Number 1. Swallowing the wrong way. You're sitting there, minding your own business, eating a sandwich like a civilized human being, when suddenly betrayal, your body decides that now is the perfect time to forget how eating works. One tiny breadcrumb takes a wrong turn down your trachea, and boom, instant cough fest. Your face turns red, your eyes water, and for a split second, you genuinely wonder if you're about to die over a piece of toasted rye. This is called aspiration, and your body absolutely hates it. When food or liquid goes down the wrong pipe, aka your airway, your lungs throw a hissy fit, cue the violent coughing, throat spasms, and that panic dance you do while everyone else just watches like, should we call someone or... But here's the part you didn't know. If that cough reflex didn't kick in fast enough, that little crumb could have blocked your airway, as in zero oxygen, full suffocation, lights out. And the scariest part? It happens quietly. Choking isn't always loud and dramatic. Sometimes, it's just a silent struggle for air while your brain is on a strict, you have 3 minutes before permanent damage countdown. Thanks to a million years of evolution, your body has developed an emergency eject system that'll have you spitting like a lawn sprinkler before you even realize what's happening. Still, every time you swallow while laughing at your own joke, just know you're gambling with your airway. So, yeah, bon appetit. Number 2. Microsleep at the wheel. You're driving home after a long day. Your eyelids feel like sandbags, but you tell yourself, I'm fine. I just need some loud music and the AC blasting directly into my soul. And then, for just one moment, you blink. Just a long, luxurious blink. Except it wasn't a blink, it was microsleep. That tiny brain nap you took lasted between 1 and 10 seconds. During that time, your car continued moving at 70 miles per hour, powered entirely by gravity and vibes. You were unconscious with your eyes open, steering a multi-ton death box through traffic like a barely functioning meat puppet. Microsleep is your brain's version of pulling the emergency brake. If you're sleep-deprived enough, it'll decide, hey, I don't care if we're on a highway, I need this nap. You could be mid-sentence, mid-meal, or mid-lane change. Doesn't matter. If your neurons want a timeout, you're taking it. Every year, thousands of accidents happen because someone briefly nodded off while driving. And the wild part? Most of them never realized they fell asleep. It's not like passing out in a movie theater. It's a neurological sneak attack. So if you've ever driven drowsy and didn't wrap yourself around a light pole, congrats. You survived a completely invisible game of Russian roulette with your own brain. Number 3. That one extra drink picture. It's a night out. The music's loud, your friends are hyping you up, and someone hands you just one more drink. You feel fine. You feel great, actually, invincible, immortal. Definitely not about to go into alcohol poisoning territory. Definitely. But here's the thing about your liver. It's got a very strict quota. Once it's processed about 1 standard drink per hour, anything beyond that starts to build up in your bloodstream. And alcohol? It doesn't just make you silly and bold. It's a central nervous system depressant. At high enough levels, it can literally tell your brain to stop breathing, or to slow your heart to a polite stop. The line between fun night and medically induced coma is a lot thinner than we think. BAC, blood alcohol content, levels above 0.3% can cause unconsciousness, suppressed reflexes, and eventually death. And no, your tolerance isn't saving you. Your organs still have to deal with the chemical aftermath of your dance floor decisions. The terrifying part? People can and do die from alcohol poisoning in their sleep. especially after binge drinking. So if you've ever passed out after too much and then just woke up the next morning like nothing happened, you barely made the cut. Your hangover wasn't punishment. It was your body handing you a receipt and saying, "Never again." Seriously? Number 4, holding your pee too long. You know that moment when you're stuck in traffic, squirming in the driver's seat, desperately scanning the horizon for a gas station? Your bladder is giving you ultimatums, but you keep saying, "Just 5 more minutes." Congratulations! You're voluntarily participating in a biological game of chicken. Holding in your pee isn't just uncomfortable. In extreme cases, it can actually be dangerous. Your bladder is a stretchy little balloon, sure, but it has limits. When it gets too full, the pressure can back up into your kidneys, increasing your risk for a lovely thing called hydronephrosis, which is basically your kidney screaming. There's a traffic jam in here. Even worse? In rare cases, especially if you've got an underlying issue, your bladder can literally rupture, as in tear open like an overstuffed grocery bag, spilling urine into your abdomen and triggering a medical emergency that requires surgery. And yes, this has actually happened to real people, mostly the kind who thought they could finish a movie first. You probably didn't know that behind your mild fidgeting was a slow-moving renal disaster just waiting to leak all over your intestines. So next time nature calls, maybe don't send it to voicemail. Your bladder isn't just a convenience. It's a pressurized warning system with zero chill. Number 5, standing up too fast. You stand up after sitting for a while, and suddenly the room does its best impression of a tilt-a-whirl. Black dots, dizziness, maybe even a full-on head rush that sends you right back to your chair like someone just unplugged your brain. This is called orthostatic hypotension, and it's your circulatory system absolutely failing at basic hydraulics. See, when you stand up, gravity yanks your blood toward your legs. Normally, your body compensates instantly by tightening blood vessels and upping your heart rate to keep your brain online. But sometimes, your system gets lazy and forgets to hit the stay conscious button. What happens next is a temporary drop in blood pressure so dramatic, it can knock you out cold. And if your body decides to faint somewhere like the top of the stairs, next to a sharp counter, or in the middle of a subway platform, well, let's just say gravity finishes what your blood pressure started. Sure, most of the time it's just an awkward stumble followed by a dramatic whoa. But the fact that your brain can almost black out just because you changed posture too quickly? That's a pretty fragile design. Thanks, evolution.